Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to wait. Like we can let people on the group know that like the live is on now, so that they can join in, and then we can start the class. So everybody should just shall know that it's only the people that are here that are going to stand a chance to win free products. So for anybody that hasn't joined in, they should join in now. Let's give them some time while everybody's introducing themselves. Hello, Harriet from Abuja. Hello, Augusta from Benin City. Hello, Julie from USA. Yes, 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 we're international. Look at all our international people. Nice to meet all of you. So, like I said in the intro video, that it's going to be a transformative class, and I could I don't want to be over spiritual, but I'm going to be over spiritual. Because why am I having all these issues? I took my time yesterday to set up to make sure that we do not have any issues today, and then look at me struggling with the app that I had already set up since yesterday. So, but thanks be to God, the class is going to continue. Oh, hello, Blessing from Akwa Ibom. Hi. Yeah. So so nice to meet you guys. Just a little bit of chit chat while people are joining in, so that before we start. So I asked a question. Hello, Abby from Delta State. So I asked a question. I sent a questionnaire for you guys to fill, and a lot of you guys, when I asked what your ideal goal was for your hair, a lot of people said hair growth. I want my hair to be long, hair growth. I don't want to hear that thing. I just want my hair to be long. And yeah, that is very much understandable. But amongst the one of the questions that I asked, there were some set of options, like if you want length, if you want volume, if you want moisture retention, if you want the I think those were the four options. And it's interesting that most people didn't choose moisture retention, but they went and they said they wanted growth, they wanted length retention. I just thought that was very interesting. So yeah. So if I may ask you guys, why do you think that people struggle with their natural hair? Like, what do you think is the reason why, quote and unquote, natural hair is so difficult? What do you think that is the reason why natural hair is difficult? Is it because God doesn't love us? Is it because uh, black people is suffer, all our things is suffer? If it's not suffer, it's not. So, like, why do you guys think? What do you think is the reason for why we struggle with our hair? So, like, please, I need you. I'm looking at the comment section, so I need you guys to really engage with me here. So, if you can just type in the comments, just type in the comments why you think we struggle with our hair as Africans. Okay, so Julie Mafidon said the maintenance. Okay, I'm waiting for more responses. Okay, Jennifer Ehigamuso said, I think it is mostly hereditary. Okay. Okay, Edima said, I think we really don't know how to take care of our hair. All right. So please, guys, I think it's simply lack of proper care and attention to our hair. So, like, I know some of you guys are on track when you say lack of proper care and attention, or not knowing how to take care of our hair. But can we just, amongst ourselves, no, the natural hair police is not watching us, but can we just amongst ourselves agree that sometimes it can be a lot to deal with? Like, I personally have no negative connotations when it comes to my hair. I love my hair 110%. Hello, Mildred from Abuja. So yes, I love this. As I said, people struggle with detangling their natural hair properly. Peace, I think that's in continuation from what she was saying before. Well, from my little experience, I think inconsistencies and hair care regimen. So I think we all have like bits and pieces of the truth here and there. So another question, like, and this is something, you remember I said that this class, the intention for this webinar is for it to be transformative. And the reason why is because I want you people to really sit down, access everything that has to do with your hair, right? Personally, or not generally, right? There can be a general opinion of something, and then it can be a personal opinion of something. So with this class, I want us to have, okay, someone else says, Abigail says, I think it's the cost of hair products to maintain hair. All right. I'm so glad because we're actually going to talk about all these things today. If you guys have look through the PDF that I dropped, and the topics that we plan to talk about. So, personally, I don't think that our hair is complicated or hard or stressful and all those plenty things. But I do believe that when it comes to taking care of our hair, we do have a little bit of a problem. But the problem is not with our hair. The problem is with the fact that there is not a good enough education on our hair. There are not enough resources and people that understand our hair and know how to take care of our hair. And that is the reason why we struggle. And like I said in the voice note that I sent earlier to the group, the purpose, the reason why I do what I do is because I have made it my life's mission to solve the whys, to solve the problems, and to give realistic solutions. Realistic, simple, effortless. Literally is at the back of my shirt. I don't know if you will be able to see it, but yes, effortless beauty. That is our new tagline. Yeah. So I've made it my life's mission to solve these problems. And this webinar is one of the ways that I intend to solve this problem. So please, I would like you guys to have an open mind with me as I take you guys on the journey to rediscovering your hair and truly learning to appreciate it. But before we go further, right, you can choose to, hello Catherine from Delta, you can choose to write it down, you can choose to share in the comment section, but just let us know, right, why it is that you want long hair. Why do you think you want long hair? Like, what do you feel is the, because some people, right, they went natural because they saw their friend go natural and their friend's hair was looking very long and full. And some people went natural because they some people went natural because they um saw an influencer that had very nice, lush, curly hair, and that influencer is mixed with either German or white or European or whatnot. But so can anybody just like maybe in the comment section, please just let me know like why you went natural and what you hoped to achieve when you went natural. Well, yeah. So I'm waiting. Oh, I'm waiting for the responses. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Why did you go natural? What did you hope to achieve when you went natural? So if you went natural and you wanted you saw somebody that had really long hair and you want your hair to be like that person's hair, that's a recipe for struggle. That's a recipe for dissatisfaction because there are no two people that are the same. You know, everybody is sorry, excuse me, everybody's unique. So if you went natural because maybe you also heard that okay, well, going natural is the better way to do things. That if you go natural, your hair will be very long and you have hair down your waist. That's also a possibility. So if that's why you went natural, let us know in the comment section. Oh, Edima says, I wear natural hair because I feel it's unique and beautiful. That's wonderful. I wear natural hair because my hair. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. My hair turns disastrous if I use relaxer. Okay. I had a severe reaction to hair relaxer, so I felt I wouldn't have to go through that. That's why I went natural. I went natural because I love the look. It gives me like a proud African girl. My hair is 14 inches now and I feel like I can do more. Oh, this is so nice. Like, I'm genuinely touched by the comments that I'm seeing here. Yeah. So, um, imagine I went natural because my hair was always very thin and we never apply relaxer. And I wanted really full and long hair. That's Faith's comments. Alright. So yes, as I was saying that, okay, I personally decided to go natural after relaxers spoiled my hair. Yes, people have so many horror stories with relaxers. Yeah. But I went natural because my hair was so light and didn't do well with relaxing. I went natural. In going natural was not in vogue and did not have anyone to look up to. I went natural hair because I loved the way my curls look on me. Natural, my hair doesn't have volume. My relaxing makes matters worse. That is very valid, Mildred. Very, very valid. So yeah, all these are like valid reasons to go natural, embracing your curves and all that, right? But like I think Peace mentioned that when she went natural, that she didn't have anybody to look up to. So imagine having to navigate this whole space. It's like you move to a new city and you don't know anywhere, you don't know anybody, and then you now have to start learning all the new things from the city. So you go to meet somebody and you say, please, well, for example, I moved to Abuja last year. So you go to meet somebody and you say, please, I want to know how to get to Utako Market. And then the person says, okay, you take you take maybe Utako Market from, let's say, Duse Market. You say, okay, you take a taxi from this place, from Duse Market. You take a taxi that is going to Bega, and then the taxi will stop you at Beggar Bridge, then you take another taxi that will take you from there to Utako Market. That's one person's direction telling you how to get to Utako Market. Then another person will now you search, you don't see any taxi. Another person now tell you, okay, you can take a keke. Keke will take you to Gwarimpa Setrako Gate. When keke takes you to Setrako Gate or Galadima, from Galadima you will see a bus going to Wuse. When the bus is going to Wuse, tell them to stop you at Beggar Bridge. Then from there take. So these are all these people now. They all have their different ways that they are telling you that you can use to get to Utako Market. Your purpose is to get to Utako Market. You've never been to the city before, and everybody is telling you different ways to get to Utako Market, and it's all just confusing. So that's how it feels with your natural hair. That's how it feels with your natural hair journey. And for a lot of people, they get frustrated when they've been trying so long to take care of their hair, spend money on their hair, use products, expensive products on their hair, keep a routine. Some people, their hair routine takes them hours. Some in the responses that I got from you guys, some people spend like 5 hours on their hair routine. Some people spend 3 hours. Some people spend 6 hours. For some people, wash day is actually wash day, like it's a whole day. So in that case, in that scenario, what are you going to do? How are you going to understand what it really takes to grow your hair, to take care of your hair, and then this person tells you, I use this thing, it works for me, you use it, it will maybe might even make your hair break. Another person will say something else, and it's just like a continuous loop. You don't know what exactly to do. You don't know how to go about it. You're just a little bit confused, and you are meeting people that are not exactly giving you the right information. So that's what the Bible says when the Bible says that if the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? So the foundation for any good hair care routine has to be knowing your hair type. And because us Africans, we are so diverse we're so diverse, we're genetically diverse, so there's a wide range. There are different people with different hair types, and because of that, what works for A may not work for B. Yesterday, I was watching a video, and I saw a girl that said she was taking down her braids, and she had not washed her hair in 6 months. And obviously, you can imagine how your braids will look if you've not washed it in 6 months. But guess what? Her hair looked healthy. Her hair looked very healthy. Excuse me. And she took down the braids after not washing it for 6 months, and the hair looked healthy. I don't know whether she had growth, but the hair looked healthy. So now somebody will now see that lady and say, why am I stressing myself now? Let me do that style. And then by the time she's taking off that hair after the 6 months, she find out that one part of her head is bald because you've not addressed the foundation, which is understanding your own unique hair and then knowing how to deal with that hair type. So I don't know if you guys are still with me. Are you guys following so far? Am I making sense? Please let me know. Interact with me in the comments. Interact with me. Am I making sense so far? Am I losing you guys? You will understand what I'm saying so far. So yes. And to me, that is one of the major issues that we tend to have with that we tend to have with growing our hair is the fact that people don't know their hair type. All right. I'm seeing your responses. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I wanted to be able to still see what I was teaching. So first of all, there's a lot of misinformation when it comes to the natural hair community. A lot of us learned how to take care of our hair, learned a lot of things from YouTube. And imagine, just think about it, a YouTuber is just somebody that was trying to grow their hair and decided to document their journey. So if a YouTuber is coming to tell you that I use XYZ to grow my hair, it is their hair that they use XYZ to grow. If a YouTuber is coming to tell you, oh, this is the different hair types, and they're not citing any scientific journal, they're not citing any research to prove to you that this is what this is, then that means they are telling you things from personal experience. And the collective of the natural hair community, they share stories based off of personal experience. And they're just trying to help because they are coming from a place where there wasn't really any information about the natural hair before. So they are trying to help. But that is one of the reasons, like that is the major reason why people are struggling. Because what works for A may not work for B. We are two pin system. So Andre Walker is an American hairstylist, and he's mixed, so he's not fully black. And he's the one that came up with this hair typing system. Personally, I feel the guy is a little racist, but let's not talk about that right now. So this hair typing system ranks straight hair from a 1 to a 4, from 1 to 4C, and there's 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C. And that is what people typically associate their hair type with. But the truth is, your hair is 4C, okay. What does that tell you? Does it tell you how to take care of your hair? Does it tell you how to style your hair? Does it tell you how to apply products to your hair for the products to stay and know that you apply products today and tomorrow your hair is feeling dry? No, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't give you any of that information. So it's just a very weird hair typing system. And I feel a lot of the issues that we faced with growing our hair is because of this hair typing system and how popularized it has become. So now I'm going to introduce you guys to the complete African hair typing system. So like I mentioned before that we have different, we're genetically diverse. Us Africans were genetically diverse. So that because of that, in Africa, right, we have people that are white, we have people that have straight hair. So there are so many hair types, right? And this complete African hair typing system categorizes our hair type more in-depthly such that we can find a place where we fit in. Okay? So now I'm going to be taking them one by one. So before I do that, let me just call them out. We have porosity, we have thickness, we have density, we have sebum production, and we have shrinkage rate. So as you can see with this list, right, it is all encompassing. It talks about everything. So porosity has to do with how your hair absorbs products. So your hair, right, is like a room with windows, right? Let's say all the windows are all around the walls of the house. So if the windows are closed, air cannot enter. If the windows are open, air can enter. So imagine a room that has, let's say, 8 windows. That room is going to be very airy because air is entering into that room from all the different directions, right? And then if maybe you have a room that has 8 windows, but in those 8, amongst those 8 windows, 4 of those windows are closed, the air that is entering the room is not going to be as much as the air that is entering when all the 8 windows are open. Then if you now go, you close 2 more windows and you have only 2 windows open, the air entering the room is not going to be as much as the air entering the room when the 8 windows are open. So this is a very funny explanation, but that is just porosity. Porosity is how open your hair cuticles are. So these are your hair cuticles. These things, they look like shingles, right? So how open they are is how much product your hair can absorb. So there are 3 different types, right? 3 different categories of porosity. It's low, medium, and high. Are you guys following me? So how many of you guys knew about porosity before today? Is this your first time hearing about porosity? Are you just hearing about porosity for the first time? Is this your first time hearing about porosity? Let me know in the comment section. So yes. All right, yeah. I'm seeing your responses. Sorry, sometimes my network disconnects and then it connects back. So if you're having any issues, just stay and you know. Okay. So Edima says she's never heard of porosity before. Okay. So now, right, I'm sure when you people heard of porosity, you people heard of the water test, and you people heard of, low porosity, medium porosity, and high porosity. Now, let me shock you people. Porosity, right, despite the fact that there are 3 categories, porosity is not a point. Porosity is a range. Your hair can be low porosity, right? But as the hair grows, the porosity begins to change. There are things that you can do to your hair that can change your hair's porosity, right? So there are ways that you can manipulate your hair that can change your hair's porosity temporarily. So that brings me to, sorry guys, I want this to be more, yeah. Okay, yes, perfect. So I use this line here, right, to kind of show the fact that the porosity is not a point, as opposed to this picture that we're seeing here, where it just looks like, okay, you just imagine that if you have low porosity hair, this is how your hair looks. If you have medium porosity hair, this is how your hair looks. And if you have high porosity hair, this is how your hair looks. That's not it. Porosity is a range. So your hair can be low in porosity, right? Sorry, excuse me. But it is not very low in porosity, somewhere in between low and medium, right? Your hair can be medium in porosity and it is like all these points, all this, like where you are seeing this place now that looks light blue and this place that looks dark blue, is a range. So your hair can be low porosity but not exhibit all the characteristics of low porosity. And you see that water test, it is not a true test. Like it's not an accurate test to tell you what exactly your porosity is. And porosity is one of the things that is very important in taking care of your hair. Do you know why? Because it determines how you absorb products. You can be using a very good quality product and the product is just sitting on top of your hair, and that product is formulated in such a way that it's supposed to penetrate into your hair strands to grow that hair. Like it is inside your hair strands that it is going to work. So imagine that. Like just imagine that. So you're applying product and it is on top of your hair. It's not entering your hair. And then you now say, this product isn't working for me. That is what porosity can do. That is like how porosity can influence your hair growth and your hair products. So I want to quickly run through all the like different categories of hair type. I don't want to spend too much time here so that we don't waste time. Now, the next thing is hair thickness. Just like porosity, hair thickness is a range. So, have you guys ever heard of hair thickness before? Let me know, please. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever heard of hair thickness. And then also, if you've heard of thickness, maybe you've heard of thickness in respect to the fact that the person has very, like the person's hair is plenty, the person hair has a lot of volume. Also, let me know. When you hear thickness, what comes to your mind? What do you think when you hear thickness? When you hear about hair thickness? But in truth, your hair thickness has to do with the individual thickness of your hair strands. Like each hair strands, the individual thickness of each hair strands is what is hair thickness. So like I said, like the hair porosity, it is a range. It is not a point. So in between this one now, right, that you see here that is fine, and this one that is medium, it can be another one that is not exactly fine, not exactly medium. Then there could be another one in between this. Like it's not just points. It's not that every person now falls either into this fine category, medium category. But the closer you are to this one, you group yourself under fine. The closer you are to medium, you group yourself under medium. A way, right, for you to think about this thing, right? Since there are a lot of Edo people in this class, I'll make this example. So in Edo, there are plenty tribes. There's Bini, there's Eshan, there's Esako. Now, we are all from Edo State. And because we are all from Edo State, we have some certain similarities. But just because we are all from Edo State does not mean we are all the same. You understand? We have similarities. We have things that, okay, we can use to say, oh, this person is an Edo person. But you will now see there's a slight difference between a Bini person and an Esako person, or a Bini person and an Ishan person. When I moved to the north, I used to have this idea that every northerner is Hausa. If you're not Hausa, you're Fulani. So, coming to the north now, I'm now learning that, oh, they are different from all the different northern states. There's Tiv, there's Fulani, there's Hausa, there's Chongai, there's Igbira. Like, different tribes, they do have some similarities, but they are different. So, that is how this thing is. I'm being really particular about this so that you understand that with the way our hair is, your hair is almost as unique to you as your fingerprints. So while some people may be able to give you tips, right, on, okay, you can use this is a general thing for this type of hair, this is a general thing for this type of thickness, there's a level of self-discovery, there's a level of interacting with your hair, relating with your hair, that you will be able to understand what works for your hair and what doesn't work for your hair. You get? It is so important, and that is where a lot of people don't like may just, okay, let me just give my hair to a hairdresser, or this hairstylist said this, let me just follow them. There's a place of self-discovery for your hair to completely understand all the unique things that makes your hair your hair. Because your hair is like, let's say, your face or your fingerprints. It is unique to you. Now, my blood sister, we don't have the same hair type. First off, my hair is black. My blood sister's hair is brown. Her hair is like color 2, color 3. Mine is like color 1. So that is the thing. So now the next thing that we're going to be talking about is hair density, right? So just like hair density, there are 3 main categories, but we should look at it more like a range. And you can see in this picture, we have the lady with the low density hair. So you can see that when she does twists, it's very easy to see her scalp. The hair is not very voluminous. And then you see the one with medium density. Even though you can see her scalp, the hair still has a little bit of weight. And then you see this lady with the high density hair. You cannot even see her scalp. Everywhere you just see hair. Right? And a lot of people, this is what they want to achieve. But this is not how their hair is natural. So, I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to expose the truth to you. If you start out with hair like this one, right? You start out with hair like this one that this cursor is on right now. You don't expect that your hair will now go from this point to this point in 3 months. Anybody that is selling you a product that will take you from this point, from this low point to this high point in 3 months, wants to steal your money. They want to steal your money. Run. So there are things that you can do. It is possible to increase your thickness. But when you are increasing your thickness, and even when products are working for you, they are going to work relative to what you already have. So that's why I said, when I asked earlier, when you were saying that, genetics plays a part. Because genetic gives you like the starting material that you're going to work with. But how you're going to work with that material and how you're going to manage it, right, is all up to you. So it plays a part, but not a very huge part like people like to think. So now, if you start from this point low, you can go from this point low to this point medium. It's very possible. Because there are things that can thicken your hair. There are 2 ways, scientifically proven, 2 ways that your hair can thicken. 1, you can use some stimulating plants that when they stimulate, when they're applied to the scalp, they stimulate your follicles, and some dormant follicles start bringing out hair. So that way, your hair can improve in thickness. 2, you can increase thickness by increasing the thickness of your strand. You see how this first one now is fine, and then this medium. You can move from a fine strand to somewhere in between, or depending on what the kind of product you are using and the strength of the product, you can move from fine to medium. That is what is possible. But someone now come and tell you, now move from this fine hair to coarse hair. Run, oh. Carry somebody's shoe and run, oh. It's not possible. But it is possible to grow your hair long. It is possible to get your hair healthy and to get your hair thriving. That is possible. And I want us to have that possibility mindset. If you guys are still following, please comment possibility. Okay, so that is another category. And then we have sebum production. So this sebum production, it talk is very deep, right? But I'm just going to scratch the surface. Sebum is the oil. You know, there are people that have oily skin, there are people that have dry skin. So sebum is the oil that your skin, your scalp produces, and it is very rich in a lot of nutrients that is going to help to promote healthy. It's going to help to promote the health of your hair, right? But because of the way our hair is shaped, you know, because our hair is coily, it's not straight. So when the thing is coming up from our scalp, it just stays there. It doesn't go along the length of our hair, and that's the reason why a lot of our products have oils in them, are oil based, to be able to do what sebum cannot do because of our scalp. So there are people that have low sebum production, just the same way there are people that have dry skin, and people that just have normal skin. Same way, same thing with the scalp, and there are people that have oily skin. Now, if you are someone with high sebum production, you would notice that people with high sebum production tend to have a little bit, their hair tends to be a little bit thicker, and they are the ones that tend to suffer from dandruff. Yes, because dandruff is caused by a microorganism named Malassezia, and it feeds on the oils on your skin. So if you have a higher oil content, that is sebum content on your scalp, what that is going to do is that it is going to increase, it is going to have the microorganism is going to have more food. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to see you guys' comments. That's why. Let me try and reduce this a little bit some more. Yeah. So it's going to be feeding, it's going to have plenty food to feed on your scalp. All right? Okay. So, but if you have high sebum, because sebum is the food, it's essentially the food for your hair. So the chances of your hair being like thicker and shiny and all that is high, but it also attracts the Malassezia, the dandruff causing microorganism. So can't have everything, can we? And then the next one we are going to be talking about is shrinkage rates. So this one, I know some people are like, hey, let's talk about shrinkage because shrinkage is annoying. I've had several people reach out to me and ask me that what can they do about shrinkage? The short answer is nothing. Yes, but shrinkage is what makes our hair special. Shrinkage is what makes our hair unique, and shrinkage is what gives our hair limitless possibilities. Now, everybody's shrinkage rate is not the same. Because of the shape of your curls, and when we get to curl pattern, I'll explain that better. But because of the shape of your curls, some people have more shrinkage than others. That's why you will see somebody that just started growing their hair. It's not even up to 1 year. Their afro is looking all luscious, looking all full and all that. You're like, is there something wrong with me? You don't know that it's because you have high shrinkage. So therefore, your length is not showing. So now, let me explain what shrinkage is. Shrinkage is essentially loss of length. That is what it is. So if your hair is 15 inches, 18 inches, whatever the quantity of inches is, shrinkage will reduce it from 15 to like 5, or 15 to 3, or 15 to 4. That is shrinkage, right? It's not a bad thing. It's not the worst thing that happens. It's just something you need to understand and you need to manage, right? So some people, they don't have high shrinkage rates. They have low shrinkage rates. So as you can see from these documents, you can see there are different people with like different hairs. Some of them, their hair are almost the same length, but the way the hair looks is different. Now look at this one with 40% shrinkage and this other person with 70% shrinkage. Their hair is almost reaching the same point though. This one is just slightly longer. But on seeing this one with 40% shrinkage, you will say that, her hair is very long. It's obvious, right? But you see this one with 70% shrinkage. If she leaves that one that she's hanging out now, you see that hair, you say, this hair is very short. This hair does not grow. So that is actually the issue. Some of you, right? I just want to answer this question that I'm saying that some people say dry hair is what causes dandruff. No, it's not. So, like I said, everything that I'm telling you, right, this is science. This is not myths. We're busting myths. We're science-based here. So now the reason why people say dandruff is dry hair is because of the flakes that your scalp tends to have when that microorganism is feasting on the oils on your scalp, right? And also, not every flaky scalp is dandruff. But I can't go too much into that in this class. Not every flaky scalp is dandruff. Some cases, there are different types of scalp conditions. Some people have seborrheic dermatitis, some people have psoriasis. So it's a skin condition. It's actually not dandruff, right? So for some people, it's actually reaction to some things. It can even be like an immune response, right? And for some people, it is caused by stress. So that one, it's very deep, it's very complicated. I can't really go into that for today's class. So that's the reason why. But anyways, coming back to shrinkage. So someone will see this person with 70% shrinkage now, and they will say, oh, this person's hair is short. But look at all the length of hair that is hiding within this short afro. So a lot of people have been roped in by this process because you see that somebody is applying products on their hair, they're doing their protective styling, they're doing everything, and it's like, this my hair is not growing, no. It's growing. It's growing, your shrinkage is plenty. That is why I always advise that people take pictures. They take progress pictures. They pull out their hair from a certain area and they take progress pictures. Because if you don't take progress pictures, frustration will want to finish you. That's just the truth. You have to take progress pictures. And progress pictures, they help you to tell you much more than, oh, that your hair is growing. They also, me personally, if I don't used to take progress pictures, I'll just believe that my hair has been the same since the past 20 years. Because my shrinkage is very high. You understand? So that's that for that. So progress pictures helps you to know when your hair is growing. It also helps you to know when what you are doing is working. So let's say maybe you just got a new set of products or you just started a new hair care routine. Maybe you notice anytime you do cornrows, anytime you plait your hair, you weave your hair, you notice that your hair is always breaking. So you now say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing twists. And then when you do twists, you notice that the hair is not breaking as much. Now, you can't physically see the difference in the length, but you just notice that, okay, this hair is not breaking as much. Now, what you're going to do is this. Very simple. If you have taken progress shots, maybe you do the hair today, you see this is where it gets to. You do the hair next way, you see this is where it gets to. It will let you know that, oh, this thing that I started doing, it is actually working for me. So this is also what I keep saying about your hair care. It is self-discovery is so important. It is self-discovery. Like, we cannot even overemphasize the fact that it is self-discovery. So a lot of it has to do with you relating with your hair, seeing how your hair is responding, understanding it. You see what is working, you see what is not working, and you stop the one that is not working. Even if everybody in the world is saying, this thing used to work for me, you just focus on what you've seen that has worked for you already, and you keep it that way. Simple and short. Alright, so now we're going to go to curl pattern. So for our type of hair, curl pattern is basically the shape of your individual curls. And there is a SIOL pattern that is predominant amongst us that are Africans. I've been so fortunate that I've seen literally every type of curl pattern. In my time working in the salon, I came in contact with different people with different curl patterns, and I've been able to see all the different types, and I've also been able to understand some of their unique characteristics. Yes. So now, most people that they say that they feel okay, their hair is 4C and whatnot, right? They have either the O or the L or the S. So amongst all these four patterns, all these four curl patterns, right? O is like a spring. They all look like springs, but different types of spring. O is like a spring, and it is the one, it is the one that has the highest form of shrinkage. So in my own hair, I have two major hair types. I have the O type, which is the majority of my hair, and the S type, but not so much. Like, my S type curls are what they call it, they're tight. So with these S curls, right, they can be tight or they can be loose. So I didn't add that to this lecture note. Maybe I will send in pictures later. But you can have tight curls or loose curls. So now, with the S pattern is kind of wavy, and people that have this type of hair, their hair looks very full, and they are the ones that they don't really experience that much shrinkage, especially when it's not so tight, when the S pattern is not so tight. And then for the I pattern, the hair doesn't have a definite curl pattern. It doesn't have like the way our quote unquote 4C hair. I'm saying quote unquote because I don't believe in 4C hair, but it doesn't have those curls, those rings. It doesn't have it. It's just straight and bendy, sort of. So it kind of looks like how relaxed hair looks. That is how the I pattern hair looks like. So you see all these different categories, right? All these things. In one way or the other, you fall into one of these categories for your hair. It's either okay. So let me give you guys my own to show you guys where I fall and how that makes a person's unique hair type. So I happen to have low to medium porosity hair. So I would say my porosity is somewhere around here, right? That's for my porosity. Then the next one is my thickness. I would say for the thickness of my hair strands, mine is in between fine and medium. I know some of you now want to come for me and say, this your platy hair. How can you say no? My hair is in between fine and medium because it's very prone to breakage. It's kind of delicate, right? And in my experience with working with different types of hair, I realized that my hair is learning where a lot of people's hair is. Yes, and when it comes to density, I'm somewhere in between medium and high. I'm not extremely high. I've seen people with much higher density than mine, so my density is somewhere between medium and high. And then when it comes to sebum production, I have high sebum production, so I'm very prone to suffering from dandruff because of my sebum production. And then for my shrinkage rate, and you guys remember I mentioned that people with higher sebum production, they tend to have what they call it, thicker hair. So it's actually closely related. And then before this class ends, I'm actually going to give you guys an assignment that is going to help to mimic what sebum is supposed to do in your hair. All right. So for my shrinkage rate is around 70 to 80%. This could have as well been my picture. Yes, my shrinkage is this bad. If I leave my hair to shrink, which I don't, it shrinks very much and I lose most of my length. So a good example, I know this is what they call it. So this hair that I are seeing now, this is not my hair in its original state. Like, this is not my hair on touch, nothing happening to it. This is not that because I have stretched this hair and I curled it. So it's actually it's actually longer than it would normally be. If I leave it to shrink, it can actually get as short as this. So now imagine hair getting as short as this, right? And then when I pull it, it's getting to my breasts. So that too shows you how much shrinkage I have. Yeah. So then the next one is my curl pattern. So like I mentioned before, I have S and O curl pattern, majorly O curl pattern. So I experience a high level of shrinkage because of my curl pattern. Now, this is my own unique hair type. Understanding all the things that makes my hair my own unique hair type the way it is, I have built a routine that works perfectly for me. And if I try to do it any other way, it won't work because I've been dealing with my hair for a very long time. So I've known from experience, I've seen that, I've seen what works for me and what doesn't work for me, but that is due to learning. Now, it's not everybody that comes to meet me that I will tell to follow my hair routine because it might not work for them. So you guys, in the comment section, please just let me know. Let me know in the comment section what do you think your hair type is? What do you think your hair type is? What do you think your hair type is? All the different categories, which one do you think your hair falls into? Okay? So now we're going to talk about the secret to long African hair. So first things first, right? African hair is it tends to be thinner, like the individual strands of African hair, right? Compared to other races, is thinner. Do you understand? So if this coarse line now is other races' hair, our own will be somewhere in the medium. So because of that, and this is generally across board, across all Africans, and so this is the reason why our hair is more prone to breakage. And then another thing that makes our hair more prone to breakage is the fact that you see this our curl pattern, right? All these curves in our hair strands, it pushes the cuticle of the hair. And when it pushes the cuticle of the hair, it makes it, because that site becomes weak. So just with the makeup of our hair, right? Our hair has a tendency to break. So that's why we experience a lot of breakage. And that is why, if you notice, our ancestors, they had very interesting hairstyles. Most of them, like from all the different like tribes and everything, you see that maybe if they're not doing like intricate types of thread, maybe they will do weaving, maybe they will do Bantu, but they had like these unique, interesting styles that they used to do to be able to keep the hair, because the hair is not like everybody else's hair, so it can't be doing the same thing that everybody else's hair is doing. So because of these traits, because of our unique hair type, all these different characteristics, one, because of the fact that African hair is naturally thinner than every other race's hair, because of the fact that for a very long time, because of slavery and so many other things, we have not been producing hair care for black people. We were not even a market that for a long time, we're not even a market that could buy things. Why would they even be producing anything for us? So, because of all these factors, there's not a lot of knowledge on how to take care of our hair and how to maintain what's the right way to maintain it. So, a lot of things now happen to just be tradition. And some of them, okay, for example, now you go to a hairstylist and they tell you, oh, I beg, I can't do natural hair. Or natural hair is too difficult to comb. But that natural hair is the one, it's the same thing that is growing out of your head. So how can you say the hair that is growing out of your hair, you don't know how to style it? So there is a huge gap in our education, in understanding our hair, in our education, and knowing how to deal with natural hair. And that is the reason why a lot of people are struggling. So, with that, all that in mind, we now have this formula. It's my own personal formula. I came up with it, and it makes a lot of sense and it works. So, for you to have long hair, right? Long, thick hair, right? Remember, I told you that your hair thickness is relative. It is dependent on 10% your genes. So I always used to ask this question. I say, if you score 10 over 100, if you score 10 over 100 in an exam, will you pass? No, you won't pass, you fail. If you score 30 over 100 in an exam, will you pass? No, you won't pass, you fail. If you even score, let's say, good products plus genes, you score 40 over 100, will you pass? No, you won't pass, you fail. Right? So now, let's say we leave gene, the one thing that we can't really control, that's out of our control, and then we now combine good products and a customized hair routine. That is a hair routine for your own unique hair type. Having understood your own unique hair type, you have a customized hair routine for that unique hair type, right? So let's have that picture in our minds, right? And then you now sorry, excuse me. You combine that. You combine good products, you combine a good hair routine. What does that give you? What does that give you? 60%. Who gets 60 over 100? Shade that's pass mark. Wonderful. That's pass mark. So now, you now combine good products, customized hair routine with patience and consistency, because what stops a lot of people from seeing results is they do something, it works for a short while, then they stop. They're not consistent. They're not consistent with it, right? So now, if you now combine good products, a customized hair routine with patience and consistency, that's 30 plus 30 plus 30. How many is that? 90. 90 in exam, 90 over 100. Say that one is alalo. That's what they used to call it. I don't know whether that's a popular slang, but they used to call it alalo, where I'm coming from. So you pass straight. So that's the secret. There is no have you people noticed that since the beginning of this webinar till now, I have not talked about one magical product. I've not talked about one magical herb that is in one corner, that is in the Horn of Africa, that is in one cove. That's not it. A good product is good. A herb that works, it's good. Obviously, I'm a plant-based cosmetic formulator. These things are good, they work, they improve the health of your hair. But you have a great product and you're not pairing your great product with patience and consistency, it's not going to work for you. You won't get a very good result. You have good products and you're not combining those good products with a customized hair routine that works for you. You're not going to get very good results. Simple. It's so simple. It's not even complicated. And A lot of people either miss it here or they miss it here. And if you are doing one, you are not doing this one, then this one is shaky. You'll be getting around maybe like 40%. It's still fail. But if you combine just these three, leave your genes alone, you will get a good result. That's the secret. Anybody comes to come and tell you one other thing, okay, that person is lying. There are a lot of good herbs, there are a lot of plants, there are a lot of oils, they are wonderful, there are several of them. But if that was the reason why people's hair is like, that was the only thing that needed for people to grow, there are a dime a dozen. Now everywhere you go, you see one person that is a natural hair vendor that is making natural hair products. But why is it that people are still complaining that their hair is not growing, that their hair is breaking? Ask yourself that question. It is because people don't know this secret. This is the secret, and I've given it for free. You know, it's very simple. Bible says that God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. This is it. This is the simplicity. This is how I've been able to grow my hair from my scalp down my waist. I cut it to brush sharp length, grow it back down my waist. In fact, I've lost count of how many times I've cut my hair. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now, in my experience with working with natural hair, I have come up with a hack. Now, this hack is not just for hair growth, because we all know that keeping a routine is not easy. Being patient and consistent is not easy. Sometimes you want to detangle your hair, and then the next thing you know is that you are fighting with your hair. You are fighting, your hair, you are fighting. Frustration, you carry scissors, you cut it, or you do Gah! Who has ever had that happen before? The thing just and it's over. So that happens, right? Yeah. So therefore, I have come up with a hack, and it works. And it's something that I have researched and science over the years, and I've seen that it works. And it is easy. So, because sometimes doing our hair can be stressful, can be a little challenging, that is the reason why being consistent is very difficult. Keeping the routine is very difficult, because your routine is complicated. Your routine is complicated. Your routine has 10 steps. That's why you're stressed. That's why you're stressed, because your routine is too complicated. It can be effortless. If you people leave this place with anything today, I want you people to leave with the fact that your hair care can be effortless. Let's type it in the comment section so that people, let's sink in. Effortless, effortless, effortless. If it's simple, you can continue doing it. Nobody has to remind you to drink water, because drinking water is easy. It's natural, comes natural to you. So if it's effortless, it is repeatable. So that is why you see this ultimate combo hack for effortless 4C hair growth. It has to be simple. Your routine has to be simple. A lot of people, their routines are not simple. Why are you applying this thing to your hair during the week and you are spending how many hours? Why? No, shouldn't be. Then the next thing that you need to add to a simple, repeatable routine is customized protective styles. Now, we've talked about the unique hair type, right? And I can see people commenting, but I want to wrap up quickly. My battery is getting low. So, I've seen people comment what they feel their hair type is and where they sit in all this. There are some hair types that don't agree with some styles. Now, first things first, people should beg, nobody should stone me, I beg. But your hair will thrive a whole lot more if you drop the extensions. Your hair will break if you don't. Your hair will break if you don't do braiding or weaving or twisting. If you just leave your hair will break. So far, I've been natural. Yeah, this January made it 10 years. I've been natural for the past 10 years. And I've grown my hair Extensions, depending on the type of extensions, depending on the length of extensions, they are one of the major reasons why your hair is not growing, but you don't know. And when you do it, you will call it protective style. You will call it protective style. It's not protecting anything. For your specific hair type, there are some protective styles you should not do. And there are some protective styles that would really help your hair type. Okay, let me give an example. You see my hair? My hair is very interesting. It is the type of hair that they will say it gets tangled very easily, right? So now, with this my hair, right, I can do all these loose twists. I've done loose twists a couple of times, and when I do it today, it looks all so full, so luscious. Give it 3 days. It has, because like I said, I have very high shrinkage. It has shrunken. It's now forming knots, right? And it is it's not looking so nice anymore. It's looking somehow, right? Has anybody else experienced this with their twists? And there are some people that swear by twisting, that they say twisting is what is making their hair grow long. Now, I use twists. It helps, but I've understood that I can't keep twists for a very long time, because frustration will finish me. Like, I just know that if I'm keeping twists for a very long time, to be honest, I've not achieved a lot of length retention when I do twists for a long time. I don't. I've just found out that it doesn't work for me, right? So now, if you do that twist and your hair is the type that tangles very easily after 1 or 2 weeks, and then you now saw somebody that left twist for 6 weeks and her hair grew long, you now want to go and do the twist so that your own hair will grow long. By the time you are losing that hair, you are fighting with all the tangles. The tangles are looking like a weapon that is fashioned against you from your village people. All the hair will break. Twist, is it not supposed to be a protective style? It's not supposed to help you make your hair grow. No, but now your hair is breaking. And now you said it's a lie. Some people have good hair. No. If me, I was doing twist, I don't think my hair would be growing as much as it has been growing. So that's what I said about learning your hair, understanding what works for you, building a routine on that, having styles that work for you based off of that. That is, you now do that, you now make it simple. Make it simple. I can't even emphasize this enough. Make it simple. So I have a simple, repeatable routine. You have a customized protective style, like list of protective styles. Because everybody wants to, we all want to look pretty, all want to look bougie and stuff. So yeah, of course, like, do you have your protective style that looks nice and everything? I'm not against that. I'm very much for that. So once you do that, right, the next thing that happens is that you do this too, and you add consistency, and voila, you're taking care of your hair, you're growing your fussy hair, and your hair is thriving. My daily routine that helps me grow my hair. No, I'll share pictures in the group after this webinar. My daily routine takes me less than 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, because of how I style my hair, sometimes I like to brush up my hair, but it doesn't take me more than 5 minutes on a daily. It doesn't take me more than 5 minutes. And guess what? It doesn't take me more than 5 minutes. And I do it on a daily basis. And then once in 7 to 8 days, I do a remoisturizing routine. That was tomorrow. Somebody said I did twist once and wow, not again. Yeah, that's the truth. That's why the foundation of everything is knowing your hair type and understanding your hair type. So, I'm going to give you guys an assignment. I'm going to be shutting down soon, and then every other questions I'm going to be relating with you guys from the group. Yeah. So Now, remember I talked about sebum, right? I talked about sebum. People that have, sorry, excuse me, for people that have lower sebum, you can replicate what sebum does for your scalp by applying those oils to your scalp and massaging. And I'm going to send a link of a video, a detailed video on massaging and the process, like what how to do it to get good results. And you guys are going to do it, and you guys are going to let me know how that was, right? And then also, you people will let me know, because I'm going to shut down soon, so you let me know in the group, right? You let me know what style you do, right? That, like, your hair, whether it's your natural hair, whether it's even if it's with wigs, what style do you do that anytime you do it there, nobody can talk to you, you're hot, you are very hot. Even you know that you're hot. You just be looking so pretty. Anytime you pass the mirror, you look at yourself in the mirror again, like, how is this fine babe? Okay? So you guys let me know that hairstyle. And then you let me know if you guys think it's possible. If it's not a natural hairstyle, let me know if you think it's possible to replicate that hairstyle with your natural hair. So that's the assignment. That is the assignment. So I have to go now, but I would announce the winners of the products in the group, and then I have something very, very special for you guys. I can see everybody that stayed till the end. I have something very special for you guys, and I'm going to announce it in the group, and then I'm going to announce the winner of the products. So I will see you guys in the group. Sorry, I plan to answer the questions live, but I will see you guys in the group, and then you people can ask me questions. I'll take your questions, and then so I saw some questions here. I couldn't answer them. I really wanted this webinar to be 1 hour, but it's getting past 2 hours. So please drop your questions in the group. Drop your questions in the group, and I would answer. I would respond to them. So you guys, hope you enjoyed the class. Did you learn something new? How do you see hair now compared to how you used to see it before? What are your takeaways? What are you going to be doing differently now? Was this class eye-opening? Let me know. You can comment in the group. You can comment here. Let me know. What do you think? Would you guys like another class like this? Let me know. Let me know. All right. So, like I said, you people should not go away. Oh. Who is getting gifts is getting gifts in the group. Oh. I'm going to announce the winner of the gifts in the group. Oh. Let me know how the webinar was. Did you learn something new? Did you enjoy it? Was it eye-opening for you? Just let me know in the group. So now we can discuss in the group. People can ask me questions in the group, and I'll drop the special offer that I have. I can see everybody. I know everybody that was here. So when the people that were here start getting special privileges, nobody should say that I'm doing pasha. All right. So